Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser mobile series. There, much better. It is today, the 29th of July, and it is a Thursday. It is the 4th Thursday after the last MU, and that means only one thing: a new MU is coming. And here it is. It is actually one of the crossovers that was spoiled around 7 billion years ago. So it is finally here, and we are actually interested in one of the two participants, Kayura. But we will see a lot more of what they can do later. Actually, you know what? Soon. First, we're gonna go with this. Defeat 5 and no friendly units die. Okay. So he has to defeat 5 people. What can you do? Let's see. Can you actually kill one in one shot? Or do you need help? Okay, that one worked out. Then let's do this. Should not be a kill. And then we want to be here. Very good. Then we're gonna do this. And this. Let's punch this person to death. Very nice. And I hope that this is enough for, yes, the troops. Troop damage. Okay, that person killed themselves. So we are at what, 3? There was 1 here, 2, 3, yeah. So let's go for you. And then let's stay out of this. Here. Or I guess we can kill the troops. Very nice. Okay, that was quite straightforward. Usually these levels I have to redo them a bunch of times, but this was easy. I forgot to check what we have to do. Win within 5. Kayura defeats all mages. Okay, here we go. I think her skills are range 3, right? Yeah. So, cooldown 3, cooldown 2. Let's start with a cooldown 2. It's a good kill. We get a teleport. And then we just want to be here. I guess I could give her an again to shoot. Because why not? She can do Ukeo anyway. Ukeo! Ah, did not expect the AoE. Okay, so we're gonna punch here first. Kill the... Yep. Kill the yep. And let's see if this is a kill. Does not look like a kill. Let's see if that does it. Yep. You kill! So cool. I'm gonna enjoy doing that a lot. Ooh. Is that a problem for what they wanted us to do? No, no. No. So let's do I forgot. Let's do this. Followed by this. What turn is it? Oh, come on. Turn 4. Okay. Let's go with this. Very good. And you KO. Nice. Put you here. This should be the ending. Well, turn 5, win within 5. Perfect. Big book. Very straightforward characters, and I think it's very decent every now and then. There's still power creep, right? She has 1 more range than Zerida, but at least you don't have to spend 10 hours reading what they can do. So, we currently have, I want to say, 200 and something pulls, and if I remember correctly, next month is Autocrato month and Lucrezia, and I'm not going to be rolling for them, so I will try to obtain both SSRs, but I don't think I want to run below like 50 pulls or something, so we will see. Obviously we want Kayura the most, so let's start with that. Here we go! Hi Kong, how are you doing?
Kayura, hi.
Let's go! 10. Nope, that was not it. $20. Nope. Even with the theme song, we cannot get
this rad
lucky
music
balls.
demonetized my summoning video, lol.
No, that is horrible. Oh, how could they do that? That is annoying. I'm so sorry, man. We are at 40. Nope. Can we have average? I would be okay with average. Let's make a K for Kayura. Below average, here we go. It's been a long time since I got lucky. $60. Oh. Oh. Hype. Let us see.
Okay.
Come on, Kayura. You can do this. You can do this. Don't make me suffer like this. Don't make me wait until the end. Damn it. Okay. Okay. It was on banner, you know what? On banner is already pretty good. So, 61 SSR. My crystals are gonna drop like crazy.
Ryo in 60.
Ryo in 60 indeed.
Just getting warmed up.
Well, I don't have many more. We have like 100 and something pulls now. That was 70. On we go. I just want 1 copy of Kayura. Come on. Nope. 80. Come on, 90. In 90 we trust. It was a mistake to trust 90. But 100 has a nice ring to it, right? Come on. Nope. 110. 110. We can learn different languages. I'm almost done writing Kayura. Oh, oh. Okay, come on, Kayura. Come on, Kayura. Come on. Suffering here right now. A lot of suffering. Fuck. Oh, this is not something that I needed.
Red.
Rip the dream. So we don't even have 100 pulls anymore.
Fake here a new pro talk main.
I'm never gonna use this character. Oh, this is super bad. But we'll go on for a little bit more. 120. In luck we trust. That was not it. 130. The trusty S. Uh, 140, I think. Losing count at this point. Ah, this is gonna bleed me dry. Very, very bad. 150. Come on, average. I believe in you. Nope. $160. We are now dropping ridiculously low. Kong, do you know when SP Cherry shows up? That may be relevant.
I think early Sept.
Okay, so we have another month to save up. Okay, in that case, I will bleed dry, and we will go for it. 170. How many more do we have? Like two or three. Three for sure. Okay. 180. Come on, Kayura. Nope. I'm gonna write the entire name in one click. Kayura. 190. It would be very cool if on the last 10 pull we get it, right? 100 and... no, 200. Let's write 200. That's gonna be the secret. Wow, that's terrible. Oh, that's very bad. We're also basically 10 away from...
Sad face.
We're 10 away from pity. So how about I throw singles? You know what? It's time for the singles. Singles are the secret. The secret that no one is telling you.
Singles hype.
Come on. Okay. What I hate about singles is the blue light. It's even more disappointing than the others. 202. Oh. Wow, even the sound is disappointing. 103. I wonder where can I grab crystals fast. I could do World Arena. There's like 70, 80 crystals there. $104. Oh, singles are so disappointing. Because you have to pass like 2 gates, right? Okay. Singles hype! Prove me wrong, singles! Yes! Oh, game, why do you make me suffer like this? I did not want to suffer. Oh my god. Does anyone have crystals? Because I don't. Oh, the suffering. Wow. We did it. It only took 207 pulls.
Now you can get crystals from her gates.
Yes, that is true. I could have raided the gates of the other characters. That is very true. Okay. Alright. But why? Why do we want this character so much? Other than because I'm stubborn and I like things. Well, you'll have to wait until the end. Because first, I would like to review a little bit of Rio. Even though he has not seen a ton of competitive combat, it's a unit, it's a protag, and many people can use protagonist factions, especially if they're just joining the game, because Matthew exists and Matthew is very free. So, he is a protagonist, he is also Yeles, and he is obviously Time, and he has Righteousness of Wildfire. Attack and defense increased by 25%, that music is a little bit loud, right? You know what? Okay. This got way harder to do with that music in the background. That's not what I wanted. Settings. Music. Let's keep it just a smidge. Okay. So, attack and defense increased by 25% when initiating battle and taking fatal damage. Instead of dying, when initiating battle and taking fatal damage, instead of dying, unit HP is restored to HP before the battle. So from 100% you can go to 0 to 100%. Can be triggered 3 times per battle, so if you manage to make it your turn, you can keep on attacking. Before initiating a battle or after taking action, if within the danger zone, gain Arms of Wildfire. Damage increased by 15%, physical damage taken reduced by 30%, mobility +1, immune to all debuffs, lasts for 3 turns. So you can trigger this ridiculously easy. Cannot be dispelled, ignores immunity. Cooldown trigger, you must wait 5 turns to gain 1 Arms of Wildfire. So the idea is that you go into a rage mode and then you cannot rage for 2 more turns. It is kinda the idea of most transformations, but in this case the trigger is just you act, right? Because you can fall into danger zone or go in and attack and then you got it. Okay, so 1 pointers. Defense break, very well known. Adversity, this may be useful if you plan on using his passive of revival too many times, because usually you don't go back to 100% HP. It's still kind of hard to use sometimes because you want your first punch to be the strongest usually. You're not counting on the revivals saving your life. So let's go. Fiery Field. Passive. After taking action, if within the danger zone, restore 10 HP for every 1 other ally on the battlefield. So this basically lets you heal up a bunch, up to 40% at the beginning of a match if you somehow took damage. Okay, that is also very good for attacking in, reviving, and then even healing a bunch. 2 pointers. Air Slash, very well known. Sun Slash, both very good kits. This heals you, this allows you to attack from range. Attack support large. Very difficult to slot this in. It's not usually ideal to use skills like this. But there are two new inclusions. Fury of Wildfire. Attacks a single enemy, cooldown 2, dealing 1.3 damage, so raw damage. Before entering battle, dispels 2 buffs from the enemy. When bearing this skill, will attack 2 times during this battle. Okay, wow, that's a ton of damage, right? So if you can make sure that you're gonna fire up, this will deal 200% damage. That's how it's work. That's how it works. Yeah. And also only two turns cooldown. So if you are opening with this, you can use it on the last turn of your Arms of Wildfire if my math is correct. But maybe it's wrong. Okay, Fist of Wildfire. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.4 damage. Melee soldiers will also attack because it's range 2. When bearing Arms of Wildfire, stuns the enemy for 1 turn before battle. So if you're opening it with this, you get the stun, but then you miss the opportunity to use this twice. And it's not affected by melee. So this is... okay, it's a little bit less damage than Air Slash, but you stun before battle, which is usually a huge factor. 3C passive. Before initiating battle, inflicts melt armor on the enemy. Physical damage taken plus 10%. Lasts for 1 turn. When bearing Arms of Wildfire, plus 15% instead. And then attacks a single enemy with only 3 rounds cooldown, dealing 1.5. Before entering battle, renders all enemy units within 2 blocks unable to trigger the fatal damage resistance effect. Lasts for 1 turn. So it's on you, and you don't let anyone else do it. That's quite different from others. Ability to trigger blah 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 applies only to arena mode. When bearing Arms of Wildfire, this skill will attack 2 times during battle. Okay, so it's a super punch that basically is combining a few of all of this. But if you're going, for example, against a Lancer Landius, you will disappear him. I guess unless he has the horses. But in general, you should be able to disappear a person if you really, really want it. Let's see what soldiers he can wear. Mask Maid, not bad. Zealot, useful when you don't want to have a swordsman in the front. And other than that, I see mostly swords. Yep. I guess Hoplite exist. They also have Vanguard Lances, okay. Yeah, in general, I believe Mask Maid would make the most sense. Zealots, just if you want to have something that is not a sword. And there you go. What classes does he have? Holy? Yes. Okay, so Holy with a Tiger. And then God of Wildfire. This looks like it's the correct class for PvP anyway. Regarding the gear, yeah, I think you can wear the most basic set, right? So something to counter ranged attacks, a helmet. That's interesting. What helmet would you want? I want to say Terse, because you probably won't be attacking on your first turn and you want your super attack to deal 10 billion times damage. So that's a good idea. And I think Apex Boots could really help reduce this short leg problem. Because this person has no act against, no increases to speed, no benefit of blah, and only 2 ranged attacks sometimes. It's not really the most mobile person. However, when we speak about mobility, well, let's present this insane person. Oh, we get Petal Rain. That's so nice. Alright, so this person is, I guess you can cover this one up, and is basically made for my box. She's a Dark, she is a Mythical, and she's also Time, so if I ever want to bring Joshua back or Estelle back, they will have a partner. She is an Intelligence Assassin, and her classes are Ninja or Holy, so you can choose if you want to kill demons very, very accurately and easily. You can also go with that. You lose on your intelligence though, so be very careful. She's the only Intelligence Assassin that we have seen so far, if I am correct. I believe even on the new people, there's no one like her. After initiating battle, ignores 20% of enemy magic defense, so even Bozel could die to this person. Crit and crit damage increase by 20%. After taking AoE damage, heals you and the friendly unit with the lowest HP for an amount equal to 3 times Kayura's int. So I believe there will be absolute cancer coming to AI Arena, where people will put a juggler, put this other character, have them both with the anti-Listel accessory, and there's very little you can do. Just suffer, because we actually want the opposite. I don't know if you saw, but during the playoffs, there's someone named literally like put one defense in AI Arena. That they changed their name to announce that this movement is still going. I've been having only one character as my defense for 2 years now, and every time you meet one of us, you will be very happy because your auto arena becomes very easy. So that is pretty cool. Regarding her skills, there are very interesting things to see. First of all, sneak, very basic, very simple. Crit increased by 10%, damage taken minus 20%. Faith is also very interesting. In case you're playing maybe a PvE level where the teleport is not that important, you can actually use her for a ton of healing. This is actually not a joke. Then you go on to the special of her, which is Starshine. When initiating battle, so when you start it, teleports to the designated block within 3 blocks after battle. So I think you saw it during the early stages. You get a 3 ring, you get to teleport, not 3 ring, 3 range, you get to teleport. And what's the coolest thing is if you're using old use and you teleport to a terrain that has the painting, you will technically end your turn there, which allows you to move 2 more. So if you do a little bit of combo, you can easily move up to 5 backwards, which is basically safety for a lot of people. Alright. 2 pointers. Cleanse, very well known. Gospel, very interesting apparition here. Gospel remains as one of the most unique skills, brought usually by almost everyone who can do Gospel. Which at this before this point it was Liana, it was Deedlit, and it was Rachel. So Gospel is a very interesting inclusion to have on someone that is not a healer or a support unit. But of course Rachel kinda fit that role too, so it's hybrid. So it's very interesting to see it once again. Then the special ones. Magic Shine. Ignores guard and attacks a single enemy directly, dealing 1.4 times damage. Before entering battle, soldier range +1. After taking action, if on defensive terrain, gain smoke. Reduces damage taken for 30%. So you could use this if you have a certain type of soldiers that is not allowing you to attack so much in range. And then the soldier range will save you here. If you sometimes feel like the Lana problem, where Lana can range 3, but the soldiers usually can't. But we will check which soldiers she can actually use later. So 1.4 damage, dodges, then you get a smoke. Not bad at all. Oh, special note. Her range is already 3 blocks. So that's very important to notice. Her skills range are 3 blocks. Star Sword, range 3 again. What's the cooldown? Cooldown is 2. Very, very cute. Star Sword. Cooldown is 3, range 3 again. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.5 damage. Before entering battle, solid range +1. After taking action, dispels 2 debuffs from all allies within 2 blocks. And restores HP equal to 1.5 the caster's int. So this you can even use on tanks that you know you won't be countered on because you're too far away. If you want to poof your healing up a little bit, right? So you can actually use Kayura as a delay until you do a real attack, if that's what you want to. And together with the teleport, of course, it is the 2 range after you teleport the 3 range, so extremely effective. And that leads us to the 3C, which says something insane, which I want to read as the last thing. So, cooldown 3, very, very cute as well. Magic damage, ignores guard and attacks a single enemy directly, dealing 1.6 damage. Before entering battle, soldier range +1, sure. After taking action, dispels 3 debuffs from all allies within 3 blocks and restores HP equal to 3 times the caster's int. So you see, it's basically this, but beefed up. And that's super cute as it is. However, However, now comes the insane part why this unit is so strong. When you have 5 or more allies, so summons count, but if the combat is going on and you lost someone, then you lose it. Int increases by 10%. Very cute. Mobility increases by 3. Excuse me, what? And physical damage taken by the hero is reduced by 20%. I guess that's not too important. And the coolest thing, so not only can you move 3+3 with range 3, that would lead you to 9, you can actually use Scepter with her, the Scepter of +1 range, leading to 10 range. So you are able to outrun a Zerida. Of course, without breeze, but if she breezes, you could breeze as well, which means you could have a range of up to 12. Turn 1, you can already do this. And that is insane and should be taken into consideration. I wonder if I will be able to surprise some people with this. I really hope to put her forward, give her a buff with Akaya, and then jump back as best as we can to protect ourselves as well. Soldiers, what can we see here? I think this is the hardest part, other than sorceresses, which I will probably use a lot. There are faceless. Sadly for me, I have barely any levels on ninjas, so I don't think I will be using this. But before entering battle, increases the enemy's chance to be critically hit, right? So they counter crit reduction. I guess Samurai could be used as well if this is what you had leveled. But in general, I will be sticking with sorceresses because I want that magic damage. Regarding the recommendations for gear, I will be using personally Scepter, and I will be giving her a Twilight Star, which of course helps you pierce through any 100% protection of, for example, enemy sorceresses or Last Rites, of course. Liana in this case would not really count because, sorry, the Shrine Maidens, because the Shrine Maidens only protect from physical, and she attacks with magic. Alright, so that is Kayura, and we have finally gotten her, literally down to the last 3 pulls, I guess, which means that, hey, we didn't hit pity, you know, it's almost pity, I guess it counts. So that is all that I have for you today. Thank you very much for joining us, and see you next time.